Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Thursday, the 16th of June, Youth Day in South Africa, remembering back in 1976 when a whole lot of students, school children, decided enough is enough and they stood up and resisted. Uh, they were dealing with stubborn authority that would not hear them and not see the justice of their call. And it would take another 15 years before that finally bore fruit. In the reading we have today from McShane, reading in Isaiah chapter 48, it's titled Stubborn Israel. And in verse 3 we read, I foretold the former things long ago. My mouth announced them and I made them known. Then suddenly I acted and they came to pass. For I knew how stubborn you were. Your neck muscles were iron, your forehead was bronze. Therefore I told you these things long ago. Before they happened, I announced them to you, so that you could not say, my images brought them about. My wooden image and my metal god ordained them. And that struck me, that God was dealing with people that were stubborn. They did not want to hear. They were clinging to their idols. And he's saying, I'm telling you this beforehand so that you cannot claim it was your idols. Did it change with people? I don't think so. People remained stubborn. They had to go into exile, and it took 70 years of exile before they were finally pliable and could return to the promised land. And nothing much has changed. The world is still full of stubborn people, and there are many people that just will not hear the gospel. You can tell it to them in any way you like. They won't hear it. You can explain it as best you can. They don't want to hear. There can be examples of God working in people's lives, which you think, surely that must carry weight. They just refuse. If they're stubborn, they're stubborn. And we need to recognize we can't change them. And when we come across people like that, we mustn't be disheartened. And after a while, we must just not keep pushing and trying, because they're not going to change. We need to do like Jesus said, wipe the dust off your feet and go on to somewhere else where they're not so stubborn. And we must also pray to God that he will keep our hearts soft, that he'll keep our necks supple, so that we don't become stubborn. Because I think sometimes as we follow him, we can get set in our ways and not want to hear when he's challenging us and calling us to something new. So pray that God will keep you unstubborn. And when you're dealing with stubborn people, pray that God will change their hearts, soften their hearts, so that the word can take root. We can't do it. Only God can. And sometimes we need to just wait. Let them be and keep praying for them. So throughout history and all over the world, we come across stubborn people. And we just got to pray for them. So be encouraged. Don't be disheartened when you come across people like that. And we just make sure we don't become like people like that. Be blessed.